good. All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Infinite Rabbit Hole Lunch Break. I'm going to try to make this one quick today. I have been sick today and yesterday, and I'm here because my goal is to get at least one of these out to you guys a week, and today's really the only day I could do it. So, um, try to make this as quick as possible. I apologize for that, but like I said, not feeling too hot. Um, a lot of stuff going on in the world today, as we do typically on these lunch breaks. We're going to dive into news and social media and see what's going on. But before that, I want to say thank you to a few new followers that we have on Twitch, Lucian Stein and Amy M. Thank you very much for your follow. I do appreciate you. We are very close to our goal of 50 followers. We only need 8 more. So if you watch Twitch or you participate in Twitch at all, head on over to the Infinite Rabbit Hole page at twitch.tv/Infinite Rabbit Hole, where you can watch us live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time and at random times throughout the week, where I will come and hang out with you guys and, you know, spend basically my lunch break doing whatever else I do with you. Super from YouTube says, "Hey, hope you feel better." Thanks, Super. I appreciate you. Kenzar on Twitch says, "Hi, hello, hi, hello there, kid. How you doing?" Skeeter also from Twitch. Here I am. Here you are. Um, all right. The only other thing that I got to put out is that, as a reminder, we are now on Patreon. Patreon.com/infinite rabbit hole, where for $5 a month, you will get an exclusive episode. I'll go ahead and share this with you guys real quick. February's vote, or March's vote, sorry, is live right now. It's only live for another 5 days. It's been up for about a month, but I haven't done a lot of promoting it. And as of right now, we have 2 votes, where Deja Vu and the Betty and Barney Hill story are tied for March's topic. We also have available the Chupacabra, Electric Universe, Wisconsin, all of Wisconsin's High Strangeness, and Project Paperclip for the wild card. For those of you that have not been updated on this yet, basically when a topic wins, let's say Betty and Barney Hill will win. If it does, that will be rotated out, and a new aliens and UFO topic will replace it with the other 5 subjects remaining in place for April's vote. We do have The Legend of John Teeter live right now. You can subscribe to patreon.com, or you can go onto Spotify and purchase. I believe you could purchase the episode individually there, or you can subscribe to our channel there as well. I don't really know, haven't really had anybody do it yet, but just so you know, that is live. And February we'll have a brand new not series, episode, single episode on the topic of Skinwalker Ranch. It was voted on social medias that the number one requested subject to be revisited was Skinwalker Ranch, and it turned an original presentation which spanned, I believe, 3 episodes. That was 21 pages of information. Now it's going to all be on one episode, and it is currently at 55 pages of information. So quite a lot of stuff added to it, quite a lot of recent history, a few specific people's stories about Skinwalker Ranch and their time on the property. So I'm looking forward to that. That's all included with the $5 tier of Patreon and your subscription to our Spotify membership. All right, now that that's out of the way, Sorry, I hate doing that to you guys, but gotta put it out there for you. Um, let's see here. Let's go to X today. That's going to be the big one with a lot of people chatting about what's going on in the world. Um, and if you guys have been living under a rock, then you guys don't know that LA is on fire. It's actually a terrible thing. Absolutely awful. I know a lot of people are out there right now are making this a political thing. I will not. I will not make it a political thing. You have real people's lives that are in danger. Their properties are gone. Their lives are most likely changed forever. I know that there's a lot of celebrities and stuff, and it is what it is with them. Um, those aren't the people that I'm necessarily talking about. I'm sure that they have 4 or 5 other properties around the world. It's the people who don't that I'm most concerned about. Um, so let's head on over to X and see what the world's talking about, and we'll break it down. Let's see. We got a guy making soup. Looks like good. You're gonna see a lot of fire. Let's see. The conspiracy is massive. The tunnels. Okay. Uh, this is by Jack Danger. I don't know who that is. The conspiracy is massive. CEO of State Farm and other insurance companies, Los Angeles Fire Chief, LA Mayor Karen Bass, even California Governor Gavin Newsom want to know how it all connects. This conspiracy is related to the other land grabs of Maui and Asheville. Okay, so we're tying in some more conspiracy. We'll kind of dive into the background there in a second once we read the rest of this. However, this is no typical land grab. Well placed sources have said that the or fires are actually being used to destroy the child trafficking tunnels under the Pacific Pallades, all the way to the Playboy Mansion before Trump gets into office. Don't believe there are underground tunnels where children are trafficked? Question mark. Sound realistic? Question mark. Fake? Question mark. Research Allie Carter. Okay, this is a long post. Uh, we can dive into this. This is interesting, though. We are well aware that there are a lot of issues with child sex trafficking in Southern California. I think that's pretty well known. Um, so if this is the case, that they're burning all this stuff down, uh, I hope I hope the only thing it does is limit or take away their ability to do any of this ever again. But most likely, this is being burned down so that they can get rid of evidence for fear of Trump coming in and spanking some ass. Um, all right, let's dive into what Allie Carter's research is. Notice how the worst people in the world just got the Medal of Freedom. yeah, yeah, that's pretty bad. George Soros and Hillary Clinton both got the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Hmm. Personally, not a huge fan of that at all. Maybe we'll talk about that here in a minute. It all connects to this. They were all part of the last 4 years of death, destruction, and yes, the big money maker, as well as use for satanic rituals, ch- child trafficking. The medals were given to these people as a way to help legitimize them before Trump gets into office. That way, if they're prosecuted, they're gonna play up the medal winner angle. Even the players you didn't know about, like Denzel, were named again. Ask Allie Carter. The plan to destroy the tunnels all started months ago when Governor Newsom supposedly caused a water shortage by diverting water resources into the ocean and mismanaging the Forestry Service to keep the brush in as a way to exacerbate the fires. At the same time, LA Mayor Karen Bass cut the LA Fire Department budget by $17.6 million. Okay, so there's two pieces of truth here. One of them is that the LA mayor cut the LA Fire Department budget. I don't know if it was the mayor that did it. I've heard uh, split cuts of information on this, whether it was Karen Bass or it was Governor Newsom. But apparently This is not something that they're hiding. This is true. The budget was cut $17.6 million for the LA Fire Department. And as for the bit of information about the insurance policies, tons of big name insurance policies recently cut coverage to almost everybody in the area from what I'm seeing. Again, don't quote me on that one, but from what I'm seeing, people are posting videos, um, post, you know, aftermath or whatever of the fires. People that are clearly in distress, claiming that they no longer have insurance coverage, and this is something that they've been fighting for days now, and they literally just cut it days before this happened, which is uh, just incredible. And if you go back to North Carolina, how they got their flood insurance cut uh, right before the natural disasters there with the hurricane. Um, I don't know. Things are just real sketchy about all of this. Um, I hate talking about people and their misfortunes when it comes to things like this. I know real people lost their lives, um, which sucks. Really, really does. But e- enough things, enough coincidences happen, and you have to start thinking about what is at play in the background. And it's tough to not turn towards this being foul play. It really does suck. And I hope that's not the case. But unfortunately, if I had to guess, my guess would be that it is, unfortunately. Um, after the water shortage was created and fire budget slashed, no water was coming out of the fire hydrants and firefighters were laid off. That means no water and no firefighters, as many were laid off before that due to not getting the COVID vaccine. Okay, so these are a few more things that have come forward recently, and I did spend some time watching some mainstream news media today to see if they were talking about any of this. And sure enough, they were. There were massive layoffs in the emergency sector, not just firefighters, but also with police and other first responders, such as uh, ambulance and firefighters, who got laid off because they refused to get the COVID vaccine. Um, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of shot yourself in the foot right there with that one. It is what it is. Sucks. It sucks. It really does. I hate that people had to lose their lives or their properties or their livelihoods just because, they they had their emergency services basically sliced because some of the workers wouldn't get their COVID shot. I don't know. I find that pretty ridiculous personally. Um, and this is coming from someone who, while I was in the military, they made it mandatory for us to get the COVID shot. I ended up getting it. I had 3 kids at the time, and now I have 4. Um, and I did not want to get out of the service, so I ended up getting it. I know plenty of guys who did not, and they got separated, which sucks because if you know anything about the military right now, we are hurting for people. Uh, they they are having massive recruiting issues, and that's why the word draft has been tossed around so much, is because we just cannot fill the billets that we need. Um, well, that's what happens when you cut out a ton of really, really, really good workers, really good service members who are willing to do anything for this country except for take an experimental jab. Eh, Absolutely ridiculous. Um, let's see here. And then the fire hydrants. So I didn't know about the fire hydrants before the fires having no water in them, but I did hear through many sources that the fire hydrants uh, did run out of water during the fight itself. Um, and for those of you guys that don't know, the fires have since spread from the Pleiades through LA and are now in the Hollywood Hills. Um, so this is getting really bad. This is on top of record breaking winds in the area. So when something caught fire, the wind spread the flames, easily jumped over the Pacific Coast Highway, spread to the ocean, and now they're spreading outwards. Um, it's rough, man. I really do. My thoughts are with everybody that's involved, especially the firefighters. I hope that there's some sort of help on the way. I know that they just for some reason they just activated the National Guard. No idea why that wasn't the immediate thing to happen. Sounds pretty ridiculous to me. Anyways, uh, let's see. Once those things were in place, they had the LA fire chief prioritize DEI, making sure if any firefighters were hired, they weren't equipped to handle the job. Okay. Uh, this is a politically charged statement. I'm not going to say, anything past that. If somebody's qualified to do a job and do the job well, DEI should not get in the way. That's my personal opinion. I'm sorry if you guys don't feel the same way. But especially when you're dealing with things like emergency services, that should not ever be an issue at all. Uh, Nobody should be turned away. Right before the fire started, insurance companies such as State Farm canceled the policies of homeowners all over LA. Okay, this is what I talked about here. This is to make sure that tunnels are destroyed and nothing is found in insurance investigations, rough, as well as allowing others to come in and buy out the land since people can't rebuild. They will force them to sell to their friends and protect the secret. The conspiracy goes deep and it does not take thousands. It only takes a few in well placed positions. Anyone that wants to dig, I recommend this rabbit hole. He said it. He said rabbit hole. Just know that once you learn some of the sinister things lurking below your feet, you can't unlearn it. Proceed with caution. I'd be interested to get Jeff's take on this. I'm sure he has his opinions. Um, yeah, I don't know. Not a fan of what's going on. Not a fan of how this is being handled. I hope that this ends soon. Last thing I heard was a couple hours ago there was zero containment to the fire, and that's scary. That's horrifying. Let's see here. Go back. Another thing too, I'm sure we'll come across it here as we bruise through X. There's video proof and 911 recorded calls of people going around starting fires and looting. If you have to be told not to start a fire right now in this area, then you get what's coming to you. That's simple as that. I don't know what else to say. That's fucked. Don't do that shit. I can't believe that even has to be said. Let's see. Okay. Female Bigfoot forced me to have sex.
I blew my load. I blew my load in the Sasquatch. As soon as I did that, she got up and she ripped down. She let out this howl and then ripped down this tree. And I thought, my God, she's gonna take the tree and take me and smash me, right? No, it didn't end. It didn't end. And then she starts blowing me again. She starts blowing me again. And I'm like, could you give me 5 minutes? She didn't even give me 5 minutes. She started blowing me again. The next thing you know, I bust a nut again. And she starts giving me a knobber.
Got her.
It was all just biological. I didn't have any choice.
Okay. I'll have to check that out later. I hope you guys were able to hear some of that. That was absolutely hilarious. Not 100% sure how that comes through for you guys. But that was a treat I was not expecting. Here we go. Here's something new. Breaking super rare comet G3 Atlas, which is only visible once every 660,000 years, will appear in the night sky in the next few days. Most visible in the southern hemisphere. Okay, so that we can't see it apparently. Okay, was posting friends' credit cards information. That's kind of dumb. Looks like Trump and Obama are having a good joke. That's at the funeral today. Let's see here. LA Mayor, the impact of our budget really did not impact what we've been going through over the last few days. Again, back to unprecedented windstorm. Like I said, the wind was absolutely crazy. Let's see. Let me do a quick Google here. How fast were the winds in LA over the last 72 hours? Okay, so looks like they were getting up to 80 mile per hour gusts. Then I have another one that's saying up to 90 mile an hour gusts. That's just nuts. 30 mile an hour sustained winds. Nope. That'll do a lot of damage with fire in the area, guys. A lot of damage. Are the LA fires fake?
Intentionally done just like Hawaii. I spent tons and tons of hours there today. I filmed all of it. I'm going to show you right now. These fires are created intentionally, and it is not a coincidence that it's at the same time as some random windstorm in LA. I spent hours riding around the fires looking at everything. Here's some random clips throughout the night.
Can you guys hear these videos?
You can see all the houses on fire, buildings on fire, trees on fire. A lot of chaos, a lot of damage.
We got a lot of people in the
chat. Now, this is the clip to really watch. You can see that whole house in the back is on fire, and this car parked in front of it has been completely melted into the ground, burnt to a crisp. But something interesting is the tree that hangs directly above it doesn't seem to be affected at all.
The
Still has all those green leaves on it, nothing burnt,
X.
Completely intact. Even the grass fully surrounding this car has no singe marks. It's green grass, untouched. Even that expensive, nice landscaping in the background seems to be untouched. That tree is immediately above this car. How can those leaves not have been affected by flames big enough and strong enough to burn that car down? If the flames are big enough to burn the car, they're clearly big enough to touch that tree. Yet those leaves seem perfectly intact. It seems more like it was a targeted strike of sorts, just like in Hawaii, not a natural disaster. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but you decide for yourself.
All right. Nope. All right. Let's go to the chat real quick. Sorry, I've been kind of neglecting that here for a minute. Let's go up. Skeeter, that is crazy. They cut it days before. I've been reading. Sure. I think you're talking about the insurance there. It's absolutely asinine. I was saying to my boyfriend last night, I wonder what insurance is like for those people. Well, unfortunately, they don't have any right now. That sucks. Let's see. Skeeter, seen the Hollywood sign was on fire. I haven't seen that yet. I'll have to look for that. That's crazy. He also said that's what I read, 80 miles per hour, and that was not a real Bigfoot, mister. Yeah, that was a pretty wild video for sure. MRZ015, not having water in the hydrants is an issue. Absolutely an issue. Thanks for stopping in. I don't think I've seen your username on here before. Just thank you for coming in. If you have, I do apologize. I got Skeeter and MRZ saying, yeah, you can hear it. Skeeter says it's like Hawaii all over, and MRZ says I've heard this for smart cities as well as for a train. Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of really weird shit going on, guys. A lot of really weird shit, and it's very similar to what we saw in Maui, right? We saw a lot of oh, here we go. Wow, a $35 million mansion listed on Zillow burns down this morning. That's insane. But yeah, we're seeing these weird things where properties aren't burning or certain items aren't burning, such as the blue cars and the blue roofs in Maui, right? We've talked about that before. It's strange how fires seem to not be able to spread in these situations. What is that? They want you to believe it's your fault and the weather did it. Hmm. Okay, so if you remember back in Maui, there were reports of green lasers coming down from the sky and setting things on fire. Ooh. Okay. Let's see what's been updated here. New York Post forensic lip reader deciphered Trump and Obama conversation. Trump leaned toward Obama and said, "I've pulled out of that. It's the conditions." Can you imagine that? Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything really there. What? Oh, that hurt. Watching a video right now for my audio only listeners, where a paraglider fell out of the harness. That sucked. A lot of people fighting today on X. Oh man, I feel like crap. All right. Looks like we're back into. Oh wow. Sorry guys. Didn't mean to show that. I'll have to cut that out in the people just fighting people. Poor woman got hit by a car. It looks like that sucks. I wish I could censor this stuff for you guys. Unfortunately, I can't on the go like this. Looks like they're limiting the amount of people talking about this fire, because I can tell you, as of recently, all day yesterday, all morning today, that's all I saw. That's literally the only thing that I saw on my feed on X today was the fire. Fire this, fire that, everything. And we got 3 posts on the fire just now. That's it. I don't know. There might be something behind what's going on right now. Somebody might be, trying to dilute what's being spread around. Be interested to hear if anybody else is having that issue right now. Yeah, that's probably gonna be it, guys. Like I said at the beginning, I am not feeling good today. I am feeling like hammered dog crap. And MRZ015 says I can go to trending. That's right, I could. Let's see. Explore trending. I might end up staying home from work tomorrow. If that's the case, maybe I can jump back on tomorrow if anything develops. But for today, I need to go. I need to go relax. I'm beat, guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Hope you guys enjoyed this short conversation that we had. And until next time, travelers, we'll see you right here in the next fork in the path of the Infinite Rabbit Hole. Bye, everybody.